What do you guys think of the Betty Boop shirt that I'm wearing? Do we like it? It's actually my housemate's, but I steal a lot of her because it's cute on me. I love Betty Boop, she's cool. Hi all, so today's video is going to be all about my piercings. I will be doing a separate video if you guys would like on my tattoos, but I just have a lot of tattoos, so it's probably not really worth doing it all into one video, or else this video is going to be super long. Before I actually start this video though, I would like to kind of introduce my background in piercing. I actually am a body piercer myself, still an apprentice. The knowledge that I have is all based off my training, so anything that I say today is backed up with some knowledge and things that I've been taught, but it's also not the only information out there. It also may not be the correct information that you have received from your body piercer, so please don't take all of what I say as the truth, because even though, like I said, it is backed up with knowledge, it may be different to what you've heard, and it's always good to seek more advice, especially from professionals as well. My body piercings for me are, of course, as everyone says, a form of self-expression. I don't think that they're for everybody. Not everybody can handle getting them and healing them. Not everybody likes the way they look, or you know, for some people it is a part of their religion or whatever. That is fine. You don't have to watch this video. You can if you want. It should be fun. It should be relaxed and chill. But you're also welcome to totally click out of this video. This is just how I feel comfortable being seen and how I feel comfortable with my body. So if that's not for you, then just totally click away, not a problem at all. And finally, I just wanted to mention at the start about the jewelry quality. All of the body jewelry that I have is implant grade titanium, implant grade stainless steel, and real solid white gold. Anything that I wear in these first lobes, these are all a bit more like your stainless steel and things like that. They maybe aren't as high quality as what I've got in the rest of my body piercings, so be careful what you're buying. Make sure you buy high quality. Sometimes lobe piercings can handle more than, say, a cartilage or a tongue, so just really look into what you're putting in your body. And at the end of the video, I am going to mention some of my favorite ear jewelry companies and also some of my favorite body jewelry companies, and there is a big difference between those two, but we can talk more about that at the end. Okay, so I have 18 body piercings. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. It'll just take too long if I try and go by age and when I got them. So my first piercings were my earlobes. I'm going to talk about them as a whole. Get it, haha. My first lobe piercings were done when I was, I would have been 5, I think. It is my personal opinion that people shouldn't force their children to get piercings unless their children have the capabilities of understand what's going to happen and how to heal. That is my personal preference. Some people choose to pierce their kids at a very young age, but that's just not I don't believe in that. So yes, I got those when I was 5. I'm pretty sure I would have asked for them from my mother, and she took me to the piercing place. They would have been done with a gun. Back when I got my lobe piercings done, there were needles piercings, but they weren't really accessible in my hometown. So the healing on my lobe piercings was pretty easy, as are most lobe piercings. They don't take a lot to heal, and the pain rating for lobes would have been like a 2 or a 3. It's really not that bad. I'd say like a 2. You don't really feel a lot. Quick pinch and that's pretty much it, and then it's over. And like I said, they heal really quickly. So if you are looking to get a first piercing, a lobe is a totally amazing place to start for your first piercing. Along with my lobes, my next piercings, my next piercing is my orbital. So I have, this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated. So I have two lobe piercings on this side that are connected by one ring, and you will see that in the cut. It kind of just looks like, a ring going from one side of a hole completely out the other side of a second one. This is something that I've had for a while, as in the piercing holes themselves, and then we connected them with a ring. It is something that I would recommend probably doing once you've healed your lobe piercings, just because it's a lot easier to handle. A fresh orbital piercing can be done, but it's just a little bit more annoying to heal because of the type of jewelry that you have to have in. I'm not going to say a pain rating for my orbital because it wasn't painful, because it was literally just putting a ring into really well healed holes. But the reason I wanted it was because I just think it looks really cool. I kind of think it looks like the ring around satin and all of that kind of cool cosmic shit. So love my orbital piercing. Definitely won't be changing it anytime soon. In my other lobe piercing on this side, I do have a white gold scorpion. This is from Body Gems. I love my little scorpion. It's so cute. It's one of my only one of my only fancy piece of jewelry I have, but I love my little scorpion. My next piercings are my helix piercings. I have two helix piercings, one with a plain bead beaded captive bead ring in it, and the other one with the same, but I do have like hooked a little safety pin over the ring. Now the safety pin is not in my ear. I have not put a crappy quality safety pin in the hole. It is just on the ring itself. Helix piercings are really hard to heal, so if you really want to get them done, please be prepared. Do not sleep on them, do not touch them, do not play with them, leave them alone. They are super hard to heal, a commitment piercing for sure. Pain for a helix piercing, I put it about a 3, so just a step above a lobe. It's a bit more stingy, a little bit more pinchy, but again, the piercing itself is over really quickly. You do feel that kind of twang a little bit more because the cartilage is a bit more uncomfortable to get pierced, but I definitely wouldn't put it up like much higher than a 3. And a little drink break, it's actually like 32 degrees outside, and inside it's probably like 27. Okay, so my next piercing is my conch. My conch piercing is this giant ass ring that goes through the bowl of my ear. It's probably one of my favorite piercings that I have. I just think it looks really different, especially with the ring. You can totally get a bar and a conch, but for me the ring was just like another cool addition. It's super chunky, super big. I kind of like to think of it as the piercing that I didn't know that I wanted until I got it, because it's just one of the piercings that I think a lot of people don't have, and that it makes such a change to the construct or the layout of an ear, what do people call it these days? Ear curation. I just think that chunky ass big ring in there is just super cool. So I would totally recommend getting a conch if you want a very cool different ear piercing. In terms of pain though, we're probably looking at maybe, I creep it up to about a 4, 4.5, a little bit more punchier. You don't actually feel the prick as much as you feel the pressure of it going through, because it is quite a bulky piece of cartilage to pierce. So you kind of feel like someone's really tugging at your ear, but totally worth it. I love my conch piercing. Okay, so next piercing is my flat. The flat is the open space on the very top half of this flat cartilage here. I guess that's why they call it a flat. I currently have a white gold sword in there. The tip of the sword hangs off a tiny little chain, and this was from a jewelry maker in America, I think, called Pupil Hall. I'll link her stuff below, but she sent it to me as I won it through a competition. Love this piece. She customized it to my style, and I think it works perfectly with my look and stuff. So it's a sword or a dagger. I think it might be a dagger, I'm not quite sure, but that is a flat up in there. Again, another piercing that a lot of people don't have, and if you're looking to have like a fun cartilage piercing, totally go and get your flat done. The healing for my flat is pretty long term. I'm still healing it, and I think I'm at least maybe 6 to 7 months with it now, which is getting kind of up there on the scale of healing. Most of my cartilage piercings actually take a year to heal. I can't sleep on it yet. The pain for the flat is probably like a 4 as well. My flat was actually punched out, which sounds kind of brutal, and if you guys want me to make a video on each specific piercing, then I can definitely do that and explain what punching cartilage is. But I think the punching of my cartilage actually helped it hurt less. Okay, next, moving down, is my double nostrils. One was done when I was 14, the other one was done when I was 16, redone when I was 23. Yeah, 23, and then redone when I was 24. The reason that they were redone is because I find it super hard to heal nose piercings. It's just probably because of my allergies, because I'm sniffling and blowing my nose all the time. But I just wanted that double simple look. I have 2 flat discs on both sides of my nostrils. I just wanted something really minimal. I am a model as well, so the jewelry that's in my face, I try to keep it pretty low key so that when I book shoots or whatever, that it's not going to distract from what the concept of the shoot is. Now this is going to shoot right up. This is probably like a 8. I probably like an 8.5. I hated having my nose pierced, yet I still did it like 3 or 4 times. So that is my personal experience. A lot of people say that it doesn't hurt. I think it sucks. So just keep that in mind when you're going in. Just take a nice big breath in and then blow back out, and just be ready for that, because for me, it sucked getting my nose pierced. Okay, next piercing after that is my septum piercing. Probably one of my favorite piercings in my facial area of all time. I can't imagine myself without it. My current ring that I have in here is a continuous ring, implant grade stainless steel. I think that sounds about right. The diameter that I have in my nose is a little bit bigger than what you might sort of start out with. I've gone for a 7/16 of an inch, where a lot of time it's like a 5/16 or a 3/8 of an inch. I know it's a little bit technical, but I just like that sort of wider ring. It's a thin ring, so it's 16 gauge, but I like that wider look on my septum. Healing on that is so easy. It's a tiny piece of tissue that they pierce, so you don't need to fret about it taking ages. It takes, I would say, tops a couple of, maybe like 2 months to fully settle in, which is really not much in the world of piercing. If you want a piercing, but you are not allowed to have one, work, family, like literally whatever, get yourself a septum piercing. They can be disguised and hidden for the most part, unless you have a really exposed septum, then you might see it from the side, but would totally recommend getting one. Pain-wise for that though, 3? Like really low down, like not too bad from, not too like distant from a helix or even a lobe. Next piercing is my philtrum right in the center of my lip. This was a bit of a rash decision. I was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I want to have a permanent hole in the middle of my face? So I still worry about having that hole there, but you know, maybe one day I can get that fixed up. But I'm happy with what I have in it now. I do really like it. I think it just kind of works with the symmetry of my face. You'll notice my ears are quite uneven with like what jewelry and what the layout is, but my face and the rest of my body is quite centered. In that one, we have a solid white gold genuine rainbow moonstone opal from BVLA. Healing on philtrum is super fast. If you guys don't know, oral piercings tend to heal really quickly. They take about 2 weeks to really settle in, and then maybe another month on top of that to like be pretty much good to go. Pain on a philtrum is a bit more shit, I would say. I put about a 6. It just like stings a bit. I think actually I probably put a 7. The lip area for me was like, you could really feel the sharpness of the needle going through. And again, having someone in your face holding needles and kind of covering everything and their hands in your mouth it can be a bit of an uncomfortable experience. Okay, so tongue is next. I have my tongue pierced. I've had it done since I was 16, I'd say. Funny story about this, I was dating someone and they had their tongue pierced and they wanted me to get it done for ages, and I was like, nah, not happening. And then when I broke up, I got it done. I was like, sent them a picture being like, got my tongue pierced, sucks to be you wanted me to get it done, and now I'm not with you and I've got it done because I can do what I want alone without you. That was pretty fun. The healing with a tongue piercing is so it's such an interesting one. Let's start with I'll start with the pain and then I'll talk about the healing. So basically the pain is a 4. A 4, I'd say, really not that bad. You don't really feel a lot when it goes through. Every time I've helped out with a tongue piercing, like when the people getting pierced, they just kind of sit there and they're like, and then they're like, is that it? So would totally recommend getting it done if you want to, but you're scared, because don't be scared. It's really it's really easy to get done. But the healing part of it all is the hard part. The healing is about 2 weeks. Sounds pretty quick. The pain of the healing is some of the worst healing pain I've ever had. I think I like almost took it out because it was just swollen and throbbing, could barely eat, super uncomfortable, heaps of pain, saliva everywhere, occasional bleeding. It is a mess. It's not one that you should get done if you've got work the next day. Would definitely not recommend that at all. But once it's healed, it's so much fun. It's just like a cheeky piercing that people sometimes see and they're like, do you have your tongue pierced? Okay, so my next piercings going down are my nipple piercings. I've had my nipples done. I had one side done for a while, took it out. I think I was like 18 or 19. And then when I started working at this high-end body piercer and doing my training, I decided to get both done at once. I love my nipple piercings. I chose to get my nipple piercings done because I just wanted to add a little bit more something fun to my body. I would totally recommend getting done both at the same time. If you get one done and then you're like, I'll come back for the second one, you really wig yourself out. Just smash them both out in like one session and don't come back and get them done like a second time, because like I said, that's when you wig yourself out and you get really like scared that it's gonna hurt as much. Because to be real with you guys, it is not a comfortable piercing to get. I think it is on the scale of like an 8. I probably put it up pretty high next to my nose piercings, but they're a fun piercing. If I ever lose them, like if I have to take them out for whatever reason, they won't go back in, I'll probably wait until I heal down and then get them done again. It's just something that I can't see myself without now, and I really love them. They're so much fun. Okay guys, my final piercing is my navel. I have my navel pierced. I've had that done since I was 15. 16. I think every young person gets done and then they take out when they're older because they're like, oh, it's so tacky, why did I get that done? But I keep mine in. I just think it's like a fun memory of when I was young and a bit more carefree and like just did whatever because I thought it was cute. My navel piercing was probably a 5, I would say. Pretty middle road in terms of pain. The healing on it though is a little bit crappy. Not because it's like gets really uncomfortable, it's because of the fact that your clothes can rub against it and kind of make it irritated and swell it up a little bit. So just be really mindful of what you're wearing when you're healing your navel piercing. So that is all my piercings. If you guys have any questions that you want me to answer about piercings, I'm happy to give it a go. Again, I am an apprentice, so I'm still training, but I do have quite a bit of knowledge behind me having worked in like a high-end studio. So you can always pop your comments below and I'll answer them, or send me a message over on my Instagram. That is totally fine. Happy to answer questions over there as well. I do have a piercing account for my piercings. I'm not currently active on there for particular reasons, which maybe one day I will explain. But you're more than welcome to jump over there anyway and send me a message. I still occasionally check over there. I just wanted to kind of mention some companies that I love to buy jewelry from. First off, talking more so about stuff that I pop in my first lobes, just as like, I don't want to say costume jewelry because they're wonderful jewelry that is good quality that I really like, but it's not like high-end body jewelry quality. It's like your everyday change them out kind of quality. So the first company is Hutch Melbourne. They are based in Melbourne, which is where I live. They do a lot of like punky, gothy, romantic-y sort of jewelry. It's all quite fun. I will definitely link it somewhere below or somewhere sort of like over in this space over here. Love those girls, known them for a while now. I have a lot of their jewelry. Please go and check them out. I'll leave the Instagram and everything somewhere. Other jewelry that I totally recommend is my dear friend Noni. Hi Noni, if you're watching this. Her jewelry is just phenomenal, all handmade in Melbourne, all made only by her. She gets no help. I don't know how she does it, but go and check out her amazing like cherry drop type earrings, lots of diamondy cute gems, surrounded by like heavy metal chains, lots of solid silver. You should definitely go and check her out. In terms of body jewelry companies, I'm also going to list a few of those. I can probably run along for them for a while because there are a few really good quality ones. I'll link them all below or write them somewhere. But if you are going to buy off them, I would totally recommend going to your professional body piercer and getting them to measure you for what you're looking to buy, because off those websites, they do need specific measurements to fit your piercing perfectly. It's not necessarily like a go on, buy what you want, get it sent to you. A lot of them only send to businesses as well, professional businesses that have accounts with them. So please find out where your professional body piercers are. Look for the APP logo, which is the Association of Professional Piercers. If you have some of those in the area, make them your body piercers. They're like under that association for a reason, because they're really good. They meet all the standards. It is different from country to country, but totally search APP and you should be able to find a good body piercer for you. Okay, all, thank you so much for watching. Like I said before, if you have any questions, chuck them below. Send me a message on my Instagram. I'm happy to answer your questions to the best of my abilities. I'm also happy to break down each piercing and put it in a separate video. Just let me know. That's not a problem at all. Also, I wanted to mention the fact that my hair is different. I'm currently at a blonde. It does look a little bit I guess like, will we say orangey or caramelly for the back? It's just because it's got so much gel in it, so the colors are kind of change. In my past video I was orange, but right now I'm in the process of waiting to do some hair modeling, so I can't touch anything. It's currently blonde, and we'll see where we go after this. Other than that, if you like the video, please like, subscribe to me. We can hang out together, talk fashions, piercings, tattoos, all the fun stuff. Other than that, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!